The nice thing about subtracting real numbers is it actually ties really close to adding. You can think about subtracting as to add the what's called additive inverse or opposite. So for example, A minus B can be thought of as A plus a negative B. So let's get into some examples. Well, what if we're given 9 minus 3? Well, that's the same thing as 9 plus negative 3. And if we remember from the adding videos, that if they have different signs, I say 9 minus 3 is 6. 9's the bigger number. 9's positive, so 6 is a positive number. If I say, for example, negative 6 minus 13, well, that's negative 6 plus a negative 13. Well, they have the same sign. So I add them together and get 19, but they're negative, so I get a negative 19. What if I take negative 3.1 minus negative 2.5? So here's kind of a different thing to think about. If I have minus a negative, what happens is it's kind of like in Uno, if you have a two-player game and you reverse and then reverse again, it sends you, they cancel each other out. And so these two kind of in a way cancel each other out to the point that we get negative 3.1 minus the negative, same thing as plus 2.5. So these two combine to make a plus. Well, now these have different signs, so I say, well, 3.1 minus 2.5 is 0.6, but 3.1 is bigger and it's negative, so I get negative 0.6. If I have 2/3 minus 1/6, well, that's 2/3 plus negative 1/6. To make these have common denominators, I'm going to times the top and bottom of this one by 2. 4/6 plus negative 1/6 leaves me with different signs. 4 minus 1 is 3. 6. 4/6 is bigger and is positive, so this is positive, but this can be reduced. So 3/6 becomes 1/2. Another example of a double switch, but with some other pieces. More than two things. So 13 minus a negative, remember, combine to make plus. The rest stays the same. 13 plus 2, well, that's 15. 15 minus 5 is 10. And 10 plus 12 makes 22. Last one. Negative 7 minus negative 6 minus negative 2 plus 2. So let's start in the parentheses. Minus a negative. So the rest stays the same. So we get negative 6 plus 2. Let's do it on the outside. Well, negative 6 plus 2, different sign, means I subtract. So I get 6 minus 2 is 4. 6 is bigger and it's negative, so I have negative 4 plus 2. Now I have minus a negative. So minus a negative becomes plus. So negative 7 plus 4 is negative 3. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1.